Welcome to Season 3 of Anna and Selena's 15-ish minute coffee chat. We invite you to join our weekly real talk conversations with business gurus and entrepreneurs that share best practices, struggles, and a good laugh while we try, but fail, to keep it at 15-ish minutes.
Welcome, Google My Business. Google Analytics, are they the same thing? This week's host, Selena of the Howling, Socially Inspired, and Anna of Nomad About, host Stacey Hooker, digital marketing strategist and HoneyBook educator, to talk about why every business should be utilizing Google My Business and how it will boost your searchability.
So excited for today. We were just on the backside and I said, I have a goal. I'm going to set this up this week. And she goes, oh, have you done this? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. So I am really excited to learn all the things. Let me just tell you, I am the worst. I am the worst at getting all of these great opportunities set up for myself. It's so bad. I can do it for my clients. I'm super proactive for them. But when it comes to my own business, it's like, do not.
Right.
What I do, don't follow my example. Just listen to what I say.
Just trust that I will set you up to be optimizable, whatever. But
Yes.
Don't look at my stuff.
Yeah, so I'm saying it right now at the very beginning of the show.
Ooh.
This week, I will set up Google My Business for Nomad About. Hold me to the fire, people. Fire.
Watch out. Stacey's going to come at you next week. She's going to be like, hey, Anna, remember last week when you committed to the interweb?
Yes.
The World Wide Web. Anna and I we were joking about some stuff. If you hear ripping of paper, my dog decided to shred. We were joking last night about like everything was like the World Wide Web, and I'll hook up to AOL dial-up and make sure all the family's off, blah blah blah.
Yes.
What's kind of crazy though, Anna, is that like most people don't realize like Google My Business is free.
I know.
And I know we said it in our like little intro there, but like somebody had said the other day, like, oh, isn't that like the analytics? And I'm like, no, it's very different from Google Analytics. I mean, they're all connected, right? It's a Google product, but it's not Google Analytics. It's
right.
Google My Business. And it's, again, I'm not the expert. That's like definitely Stacey today, which is why we're really, really, really glad that she's here. I don't know.
Yeah. I think what she's going to say is going to surprise a lot of people, because this is stuff that we hear about, but we think, oh, it's for brick and mortar or whatever. And she's just going to tell you all you're wrong.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's bring her on. Well, let's read her bio. Yeah, let's read her bio and then bring her on. Yeah. So, so Stacey Hooker is a digital marketing specialist and HoneyBook educator who helps take the frustration and being overwhelmed out of digital marketing and CRM systems for small business owners so they can grow their business and reach their goals. All around helpful person, I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
All right. So Stacey specializes in social media marketing, email marketing, as well as thinking of outside the box ways to promote your business. She then creates a strategy for you, so all the pieces work together to promote and grow. She has also recently added HoneyBook support to her list of services to help small service-based businesses, sweetly simplified with HoneyBook by automating their onboarding processes and much, much more. So let's bring Stacey in.
Yes.
Ta-da! Thank you guys for having me. And I apologize. My dog is in here. We're having carpet laid today and he is barking. So just disregard my barking dog, but he's protecting me from the, carpet people.
So Selena's dog is ripping up paper. Your dog's protecting you. I feel like I should invite my dog in to bark at
the show of the dogs, right? Like that's what it's gonna be today.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what? We want to make sure we're spending a lot of our time asking Stacey questions about Google My Business. So we're going to jump right into the coffee cup selfie that we love to do with all our guests. This is what I love. This is my cup, but on 3, guys. 1. Are you ready, Anna? She's like, wait, hold on. Wait.
I'm trying to get it like in
You
the
tell
right
us
spot.
when.
I love that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. My mug
Yeah.
was sent from Miss Stacey here for my birthday because she knows of my obscene obsession with Starbucks and coffee. So thank you for being our little sponsor for my coffee cup show today. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to move you to the top here, Stacey, because we are now going to shift into our wonderful, right, Anna? What we love to do. Our first guest.
Yeah. So we just started this last week.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Anna, I'm going to let you describe what Lauren is for us.
Yeah, so we have Lauren Bruhn, who came on our show a couple of weeks ago, and she is our mental health barista. Lauren is a mental health specialist, and when we had her on, one of the things we recognize is that in business, mental health is kind of brushed over. The topic is just brushed over. So what we wanted to do was bring what we call a mental health question into every conversation, so that we start with on maybe like what I would say is maybe a deeper level, if that makes sense. And this is nothing that's going to be personal. It's just more like to get you in the spirit of like, you know. Right. So your question today, Lauren, no, you're not Lauren.
Lauren is the mental health barista.
Lauren is asking you this question. So what activities do you find to be restorative, and which ones do you find to be most draining? And this is specifically talking about, well, I mean, it's your work, but if there's something else that you have in mind, you can throw that out there too.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, number one, I love her title, right? As a coffee lover, a mental health barista, that is like perfect.
I know.
Calm down. It's okay. All right. So what I find to be most restorative is I've started taking the weekends off. I unplug, I'll check my notifications, once or twice a day, but I turn all my notifications off, and, I communicate with my clients that, I'm kind of hit and miss on the weekends, but being able to just take a step back and take that time with my family, and spend time with them, take time to take a nap. I don't have time, I stay at home. I should be able to nap when I want to, but I can't because I work. And so, but just being able to unplug on the weekends to be able to either spend time with my family, catch up on housework, or take a nap if I want to. And one thing I find most draining is I'm an introvert, believe it or not. I know I that shocks a lot of people sometimes, but it's extremely draining when I have Zoom calls back after back after back, or back to back to back. And so I've really had to hone in and maximize my time online with my online calendar. So when people are scheduling appointments, like I only do discovery calls on specific days. I only do workflow mapping sessions on certain days. And so that way I can manage my time better. So it's not like I'm not completely drained by the end of the day, because I wasn't doing that when I first started, when it like really got big, when everything shut down and Zoom took over everything. And it was no longer face-to-face meetings with my clients or over the phone. It was then Zoom. And there's just something about Zoom that's draining. I don't know what it is.
But, because you're on camera, and being on camera can be very like, you become hyper self-aware. And I think that's emotionally takes a lot out of you.
Exactly. And so learning to really, like tomorrow, I did a terrible job. Tomorrow I have 3 different Zoom calls, and I'm going to be, by the time the kids get home, we get done with dinner, I am going to be maxed out. And, but that's, you take it and you go with the flow. But I know my family knows, I've let them know Tuesday night, don't bother me. I'm going to be tired.
Yes.
So don't plan on doing anything. It's going to be a crock pot dinner, so I don't have to worry about cooking, And so, but being aware of those things, being aware of what drains you so that you can prepare. Like, I know tomorrow is going to be a very draining day, so I know to plan for a crock pot dinner, so I don't then have to think, oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. What am I making for dinner?
Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. You know what else I really loved about what you said was your time, kind of your time scheduling and how you really think about that as you're going through your week. This is something I'm just barely starting to do for the same reasons, because I was like finding myself overwhelmed, and every weekend I was having to work because I hadn't scheduled out time blocks very well.
Mm-hmm.
And what that ends up doing, for anybody out there that's listening, what you end up doing then is you end up basically degrading your dollar per hour value for your clients. So if you end up saying, oh, I'm going to spend 15 hours on this project, and you end up spending 70 hours on it, you're $100 an hour down to about $20 an hour.
Most definitely.
You're not charging enough you're not valuing yourself enough. So anyway, we're going to talk about it at another time, but I'm just saying, your whole schedule out your time thing, I am a huge believer, huge fan.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny that you say that, and it's funny that Anna is like, because of Anna, like, she told me about this mentor that she has that's like talked about time blocking and like scheduling and all this. And so I was like, I need to do that. And when I looked, I was like, oh, like I need to like really dedicate at least one day to myself. And sometimes that's like Saturday, where I do absolutely zero client work. And then Sunday is, I don't talk to anybody still, but I'll do some work. You know what I mean? So yeah, good job, Stacey. Like, you set a boundary, and I love it. You know?
I know, that's so important. You said so many good things today about like, creating boundaries with your time, with your family time, with your personal time, with your ability to, you know, do those back-to-back Zoom calls, you know, how you're scheduling your meetings. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it took me almost 3 years to get there, but and a lot of great, draining days and cranky mom days or nights.
Right. Oh my God.
You know, coming to that point where it's like, something's gotta give. What do I have to, how do I do this? Because it's just overwhelming.
Right. No, what a great mental health question, right, Anna?
Yeah,
like,
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. So, and I think, I'm just going to like preach it out. Like, I just, when we had the discussion with Lauren on the first episode of this season, she just was saying like, talking about it, daily instead of just on the special days that it's mentioned on a calendar or whatever. And so I think this just kind of gives it some, we got to make sure we're checking in with ourselves. And I think that's a great question to ask all of our guests that come on, because we have a lot to say about it, I think, right? So,
well, and not only that, but anybody that's listening right now, just drop in the comments. What's the most restorative action you do every day? What's the most draining? And I'd love to follow up again, maybe at the end of the show, and just see what some of your comments might end up being.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. Seriously.
Okay, so we're going to move right into our really amazing topic, which is
Oh wait, hold on.
Claiming your space.
Let me pop it back in there.
There it is. Claim your space with a Google My Business. So when we came up with the topic title, really what it came down to was the claim your space portion of it. And a lot of people might not know even what Google My Business is and what it can do. We really are going to kind of we are going to start kind of at the very beginning. And we always have a toolkit, but we were like, well, clearly Google My Business is the toolkit. This is not
right.
There's not another toolkit we would bring in with this, because this is really the thing that we would say, hey, every business should have this. So Google My Business, basically it's our whole topic. So reading this thing, the two things. Oh, this is Selena's portion.
Oh, got it. I was enthralled by you, Anna. I was like, yeah, go on.
Go ahead and read your thoughts. No. But you go ahead and say them for yourself.
Oh gosh. Okay. So Stacey, we write these scripts, but Stacey knows because Stacey and I also do something similar to this for one of our clients. Okay. that's for another topic. Okay, the two things we think businesses and entrepreneurs need is they need to realize about Google My Business. It's the most, first of all, Google is the most searched search engine, if that makes sense. So number one, and then two, it's free. And it's for brick and mortar businesses, home-based or virtual businesses.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm going to just tell you that Stacey runs a really awesome group. Like, I've actually learned a lot in there, which is funny because like you think like, oh, I do so much, but she stays on top of things, and she's my resource. Like she keeps me like, okay, staying present, which I love. And so one of her sessions she had in her group, we'll have to have Stacey pop it in the comments so you guys can join her group if you want to. But she brought up like, she was doing Google My Business, and I was like, oh, and she's like, I do it for my business. And I was like, can you do it for virtual? And it literally blew my mind. And literally I went right into action after her class, and I signed up for Google My Business. And now How Oldie Socially Inspired is out there on the interweb. And there's, we're going to go into it because, all the things, but Stacey, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is the number one reason you recommend your clients set up a Google My Business account?
Number one, it's a free way to promote your business. We're all trying to be financially savvy, and we're all looking to find those free resources. So number one, it's free. So why not? And number two, it's so easy to repurpose what you're already sharing on social media onto your Google My Business listing. So you don't have to create new content. It's not like you have to recreate the wheel for this platform.
Right.
So it's as simple as claiming your space, verifying your listing, and then you set it up, and you post those promotional posts that you're sharing on social media. So it maybe takes a half an hour a week. And you're out there, people are, and I'm sure you guys have heard this too and are experiencing it. I'm experiencing it with myself, with my clients. People are not just social distancing, they're social media distancing right now. We are all so overwhelmed with all of the drama, all of the stuff happening on social media right now. And so people aren't going, yes, we go there. It's more, social media has become more of a time waster. You were waiting to pick up our kids in the pickup line. We're scrolling through social media.
Right.
We're pumping gas. We're whatever. But when you are seriously looking for something, you're looking for a place to eat. You are looking for a specific service, whether it be, a chiropractor or a seamstress. You go to Google, seamstress near me, laundromat near me, chiropractor near me, restaurants near me, Mexican food near me. Right?
Right. I think what people don't realize is all of those searches are pulling from Google My Business.
Yes.
That's where those searches are pulling from. So if you want to show up in those searches, if you want to be somebody that's listed when somebody says, like embroidery near me, and you do home sewing work or something like that, guess what? You need to be on Google My Business. It's super important.
Yeah. Right. Well, and then I think, right, Stacey, like, control what you want people to know, because if you're not on there, sometimes it's just what other people may say about your business is what shows up.
Definitely. Yeah. And that is kind of a drawback to the Google My Business listing. Once it's claimed, anybody can edit. Like if they call in on a Friday and they get a recording saying you're closed on Fridays, but your Google My Business listing says you're open, they can request a change to your hours of operation saying you're closed on Friday, because I just called in and your recording said you're closed on Fridays for the season.
Right.
And so, it's honestly a way to keep us in check too.
Yeah. Right.
As crazy busy online, especially online business owners, but brick and mortar businesses are just as crazy busy trying to keep up with all the things. Those little things can slip our minds and forget that we need to update our holiday or our seasonal hours, not only on our Facebook page and Instagram and website, but also on Google My Business. So
And I want to share one. I want to share one last thing real fast. Stacey and I actually use a tool for our reports for our clients called Metricool. Metricool. How do you Metricool? Right? Okay, Metricool. But you can also schedule on there. And so I actually schedule all of my clients' Google My Business posts so that I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I check in with their analytics, but I can also auto schedule.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I only have one, but I have my own I'm managing too. But.
Attach yours to it, and then you can schedule it.
I have auto post to that. You can get the Google My Business stats and everything.
Yeah. Yes.
You get all of that information. I didn't realize you could schedule them.
So here's the thing: we're getting ahead of ourselves because I didn't know until today that you could post to Google My Business. So we're way out in front of even what other people maybe even know about the entire thing. We're going to take a step back and we're going to throw our first question out at you.
Yes. Oh, wait, let me get my question ready. Let me get it. Wait, hold on. Let me get in there. Okay, wait, real fast. I just want to make sure you all see this. We have dropped a comment if you're watching us on YouTube or on our Facebook pages. In the links in the comments will be Stacey's link to get her amazing Google My Business checklist. So you go here, you're going to come on her landing page, and if you don't, she also has other free resources on there. So select what you want, but go grab her freebie in there. It clearly says Google My Business. We'll show you her page at the end, but go get it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Anna.
And for anybody listening on podcast, just so that you know, that link is www.stacey'svaservices.com/freebies. And Stacey's is STACEYS. Okay?
Yes. And we'll make sure to add the link into our description if you are listening on our podcast. So, all right, I'm ready. I got it. First question. Let's do it.
So our very first question is really just about the topic. Claiming your space. Stacey, how do you do that?
It is super simple. And I think a lot of people think it's going to be this overwhelmingly complicated procedure, and it's not. You just simply go onto Google and you search, you go onto Google My Business and you claim the listing. There's links there. I mean, and it is so, Google has it like streamlined. There's a Google Help section. So it takes you step by step by step. And so that's how I set mine up. I just followed the directions, and it's super simple. Now, it is a little bit time consuming simply because they have to verify it. So you fill out all the information, your hours, your address, phone number, the business description, all of these things. You've got to link your website, and then you submit it for verification, and Google verifies it, make sure all the information is correct, that it's not, somebody's not spammy and creating this fake, business. And then you get a postcard in the mail with a verification code. You go log back into Google My Business listing. You put the code in, it marks it as verified, and you're ready to go. Now, you can be posting things, but it's not until you get verified. But until it's actually verified, they won't show up.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind. You can kind of be building your listing, building those posts out. And once it's verified, then they will publish. And so, but yeah, it's super simple. But like I said, it's a little bit time consuming because you have to wait, it's like 7 to 10 days to get that postcard in the mail. And if something happens, I shared this podcast in my Facebook group, and invited all my Facebook groupies to join us. And somebody said she tried to verify, or she claimed her listing, but she never got the postcard. So it's super simple. You go into Google, you just ask, I didn't receive my verification code, and it takes you step by step as what to do. You file for a new one, they send you a new one, bam, you're good to go. So don't think that you are, Google's there for everything, guys. They're going to take you step by step through the whole process. So, but if you're, kind of technology savvy, and can kind of figure these things out, it's going to be super simple. But Google Help is there to guide you all along the way if you need that too.
Awesome. I'm going to really quick, while we just talked about it, I just threw into the comment box Stacey's group on Facebook. So if you want to go join her Facebook group, there it is right there. The link's right there. Facebook.com/groups/simplify your digital marketing. Something all of us need.
Yeah, seriously. She's doing what we want to do, and she's so much better about it, you know? So
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm trying.
So Stacey, I have kind of a follow-up question. I mean, we talked about the fact that really, if you haven't claimed your business, somebody else could have done that. So if somebody has claimed your business, I'm assuming there's a spot where you can say, these people took my business. Or what if they're diverting your clients to their website now because they've taken, they've stolen your business listing?
Yes, so you just go to business.google.com and then, or /create. I have little notes here. And you just fill out, there's a form there. And so you can request access to that page. And so Google will then research, they'll see, and this is another thing to keep in mind, they're going to see how long it's been since they've touched their Google My Business listing. So if it's been 3 years since they've logged in and done anything with it, and then you come in to claim that listing, they're going to say, okay, well, they haven't posted in forever. So, they'll send them an email and they have a certain amount of time to respond and say, yes, this is in fact my business listing. They're fake, or vice versa. I closed up shop 3 years ago. We don't have it anymore. Go ahead and, give it. But so that's another reason why, to make sure you're at least logging in once a week, and posting, making some sort of change on there so you stay current. Google sees you being interactive on your profile, or your listing, so you don't have to worry about somebody coming in and trying to claim it underneath you. But of course, if somebody does try to do that, you're going to receive an email from Google saying, hey, we got an email from so-and-so claiming that this is their business. Can you verify that this is in fact your business? You go through the motions and it's taken care of. So, they're not going to just automatically give it to somebody else because somebody else claimed it. You are going to get a chance to rebut and say, no, wait a minute, this is my business.
This is mine.
Fake, So, if you go in there and see that somebody else has a nomad about Google My Business listing, then you just go through this procedure. You'll Google it, and they'll take you step by step how to do it. That, whoever has it they will receive an email, but most likely it's some spammy bot thing, and they're not going to respond. If they don't respond, then Google then will verify you and, make sure all of that's in the up and up and get you taken care of.
So helpful. Okay. So all you do is go to Google My Business and find your spot, register, start the process. That's step one for me this week.
Yes.
I may have already done this. I mean, there's this faint memory a few years ago that I did something like this, but clearly have done nothing with it ever since.
Yes, and that's what I tell a lot of my clients. I'll say, because Facebook, our stats are tanking, guys. I mean, it's across the board. People just aren't on Facebook or Instagram. I mean, I think Instagram's a little bit, or those stats have been kind of consistent, but Facebook is just doing this roller coaster where we'll have a really good month and then we'll have a really bad month. And, and it kind of goes again with the political stuff and everything that's going on. And people are just kind of not engaging in things. So I'll tell them, have you checked your Google My Listing stats, my business listing stats? Because a lot of people are that way, and they're finding, that they are getting a lot of traffic to their website and things like that from their Google My Business listing, and they didn't realize it.
So smart. Okay.
You know what? Yeah. Wait, I just kind of want to real quickly, I'm going to just show you what happens if you Google me, and then what you're going to see, and this is what you're controlling. I'm going to just actually, I'm going to stop sharing my one screen so I can share this other screen. Hold on. I just want to show you guys. Okay. So I typed into Google my business name, which was Howley Socially Inspired, and obviously this stuff pops up, and it's the stuff here on the right that you're seeing. This is what's going to kind of show up for your business. And this is everything that we've controlled. It shows some reviews, like, oh, okay, view previous, like, what's some updates, like, oh, okay, it's any post that I put on. This is when I went into action, and the last time I went back, but September 12th is when I did it. But just to kind of show you, but these right here is what people will see when they're looking you up. It has your phone number. It tells your hours. It has how many Google reviews. It tells you the right website that you're going to. It shows the logo. You know what I mean? It's all these things. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Yes, of course.
So that's the space y'all are trying to claim today, right there. So her space that she's claimed.
Yeah. Yep. That's what you're all doing today for sure. Okay. Let me get back into, okay, there we go. Ready, Stacey? Question number 2. Once you have Google My Business, and I know I went into it, but what do you do with it?
So first of all, before we dig into that, the second step, talking about Anna not knowing what to do, once you claim your listing, you go through that, then it's time to optimize it. And so, as we talk about this, what do I do with it? You're going to first want to optimize that listing. And so anybody tuning in today is going to get that free download for that, how to optimize your Google My Business listing. And it takes you step by step. So, your business hours, your address, your phone number, email address, or your email address, website, what kind of business you have, and then talk about what kind of photos to upload, your goodness sakes, your logo. You can have a cover photo, and then, you can have additional photos in regards to the services you provide, your products or your blog photos, all of that sort of stuff. So this checklist is going to help you. Okay, you verified, you put in that verification code, you're ready to go. Now what? You're going to go through this checklist and make sure you have everything set up so you're hitting the ground running successfully right off the bat.
Yeah, I do have to say, I went through your checklist, and it's so good. If you're doing this process, make sure you download that checklist, because I printed out a copy. I would hold it up, but it's over on my printer, and I'd have to add a picture and look at it. But I printed out a copy because I literally, when I was thinking through this, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. She literally has every single step I need to make sure that I have answers for and space for on that. So I, in advance, can prepare what I'm going to put on that listing. So it's so good. All right.
Exactly.
So now we're optimizing.
Yeah.
We're optimizing.
So now you've got all of your information in there. Now what do you do? So like I said a little bit earlier, the best thing to do, you want to put a post out at least once a week. If you can do a couple of a week, that's phenomenal, but don't stress yourself out thinking you've got to post like 3 to 5 times a week like you do on social media maybe. Right. All you have to do is repurpose that 1 or 2 promotional posts that you're sharing on social media and plop them over on Google My Business listing. It's that simple. Now you do have a lot fewer characters in a Google My Business listing post. I think it's like 1,500 characters or something like that, which sounds like a lot, but not a lot.
No.
So you kind of have to tweak it. So a lot of times, if I know I have a lengthy social media post, I'll go to one of those word counter websites, plug it in and see how many characters are there, and then edit it down to, the 1,500 and then put it over, because it can be kind of a pain to post on the way to post is kind of clunky, in my opinion. Right. I love the option to do it for free and everything. So that's the only reason why I do it, because it's free and it's Google. I mean, who doesn't want to be on Google, right? We're always fighting to be in that top 5 on Google. Our Google search.
We want to be on page 1 so bad.
And so we've got to play their game to make sure it happens. And but so you just make sure. You want to make sure your hours are always correct, especially if you're a brick and mortar business, because like I said earlier, somebody can go, show up at your business, see that you're now closed on Fridays, and then go to try to make an edit to your Google My Business listing. And it's so much better if you are on top of those. So making sure those hours are correct, making sure that website is always correct. Your email address, any of those things that if you change, making sure they're always correct. But But yeah, making, putting those blog posts, if you blog, put those blog posts out there, and
tell us a little bit about that really quick, Stacey.
Yeah.
How do you add a post to your Google My Business? I mean, is it like social media where there's a spot to just upload content in a graphic?
Yes,
there is from there.
When you open up your dashboard over on the left-hand side, there is, there's menu items. And so there's one that'll say post. So you'll click there, or there's a little plus sign down in the right-hand corner. You click that, you can do offers, regular posts, or events. You can share your events on Google My Business listing too.
Awesome.
So one of the first things I always suggest my clients do is set up their offer. So that can be a coupon for a discount on a service or a food item if you're a restaurant. It can be your email opt-in. So for us online business owners, we have email lists. We have these freebies. Optimize your Google My Business listing could be an offer on my Google My Business listing, and it'll give a little blurb about what this is, why you need it, and then how you can get it. You add links. You can even choose what the button says. Now, if you can't customize it, so some will say, shop, learn more, buy here, things like that.
Yeah.
So you can select what you want the button to say. And you can, if you don't have an email list yet, if you are an online business owner, you don't have an email opt-in freebie yet, put your discovery call link on there. So and explain how, why would somebody want to work with you? What are you going to do to help them? Give your elevator pitch there in the post. Link to your discovery call link, which hopefully you have online scheduling. If you don't have online scheduling yet, reach out and I will help you out because you need it.
Yeah.
If you're trying to survive in digital age without online scheduling yet, that's a whole other podcast episode. But
absolutely.
It's so easy to create those. You don't have to do it, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Use something you already have. Create something special, if you have a coupon code.
It also helps. I'm assuming it would help because if they're on a Facebook page and they see something similar on your Google My Business, they know they're in the right place.
Yes,
because there's consistent content, consistent logos, consistent branding. Hopefully everybody's already doing that. So just kind of as a follow-up to this, I wanted to just post this really quick, not post it, but just say this. So on average, a business is found in just over 1,000 searches per month, which means that roughly 33 times a day, you're having an opportunity to leave a positive impression on one of your customers or a potential customer, new or existing, whatever it might be. So that's actually pretty significant when you really think about that. I mean, that's how many times Google My Business is searched. And that's how many times every single Google My Business listing gets a hit of some kind per day. So when we talk about Google My Business helping with your business growth potential, we're talking about SEO, right? And Google My Business is going to help with that SEO ranking and boosting you to the top of the list when it comes to searchability. So the more posts you have on there, I mean, Google's crawling your posts, right? For those keywords. So if you have posts attached to your Google My Business site with the keywords, especially as a virtual business, artists, like VAs, those kinds of things. If you've got all those keywords and you're consistently posting and providing new content, I mean, that's the key to higher rankings for SEO right there.
Definitely. Yes.
So,
anyway, think of how many times, especially, like I'm a digital marketing strategist. So I do Facebook, Instagram, all of this stuff. So when people are, Googling, how to do this on Facebook or what to do here, what to do there, you potentially could pop up because you have keywords in your listing as somebody, do you need more help with this? Stacey's VA services can, provide service, help with this or whatever, So you never know, definitely putting those keywords in there is key.
Absolutely.
No. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So we have we only have 20 minutes left.
Oh my gosh. It goes so fast.
So we have one more big question for you, and then also probably a follow-up. But let's talk about the reviews that you find on Google My Business. Why are they so important?
Yes, so reviews are so important because you got to think before you buy something, what do? You got to put yourself in your customer's shoes, your client's shoes. We look at reviews. I mean, if I go and buy something on Amazon, I'm looking to see how this has helped people. Is it a quality product? You know, how many negative reviews are there? There have been several times where I am sold just by the product description of something I want to buy, but then I go to the reviews and I see like, 6 out of 10 reviews are something negative. I'm like, okay, yep, exit cart, take this out of my cart. I'm not getting it.
Yes.
And so having those reviews help your potential clients, your potential customers become more confident in their decision to reach out and contact you. And not only that, the more reviews you have, the more impact, or the more Google sees you as a valid, business, and they start moving you up in that list. But another key thing is making sure you're replying to those reviews. Don't, it's one thing to get them and to ask your clients, your current clients, to, share their review there. And honestly, if you're asking for reviews, have them share them here on your Google My Business listing, because you can't put those in there for them. So like on Facebook, we can, if they send it in a private message, we can create a pretty graphic and put it on there, and things like that. But on Google My Business, I mean, yes, we can add it as a post if we wanted to, and I've done that before. But now part of my offboarding process is asking them to provide a review on my Google My Business listing. Google My Business gives you a link that goes straight to your review. So you share this link, it takes them right there. A window pops up to leave your review. It's simple for them. But make sure you're replying. Make sure you're going in there and thanking them and sharing, and be authentic. Don't just, thank you for your review. Submit. Thank you so much. It was so wonderful working with you. I loved this, that, and the other. Go into a little bit of detail without providing too much. You don't want to provide too much information, but give a little bit of more feedback. And now I'm having an issue with mine. I'm not able to reply. I have reached out to Google. So I mean, there are going to be some little things. It's it's a free platform. And you're going to run it, even with Facebook and Instagram, we run into glitches every so often. So this is one glitch that I'm working with Google with. I'm like, I need to respond to my reviews.
Technology always works perfectly. What are you talking about?
I think that, like, I haven't given up. I reach out to them. We're trying to work through it, but I'm still asking people to send the reviews that way.
My other clients, they do work, people. So please don't think that it doesn't. One of my clients gets so many that it's very tiring. I'm like, thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. Because like Stacey says, it's super, it is super important to reply to your reviews, because then it also shows future potential clients that you are engaged with the people that do buy into you, right? So
that you're listening to them, right?
Yes.
I mean, because if somebody leaves a 3-star and has an incident and you don't address it, that's people look at that when they look at these reviews. I mean, I read Google reviews. It's one of the first places I go, right? Ooh, let's check this restaurant out before we go there. Ugh.
Exactly.
We've only got 3.2 stars, and most everybody says the wait time's long and the food is awful. No, thank you. I'm not going there.
Exactly. Or they'll say, my mashed potatoes came out cold.
Yes. But if you've got a 4.9 star and you've got one reviewer that's grumpy at you and you respond to, I'm so sorry you had such a terrible experience. Please contact us so we can make this better. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to eat at that restaurant or taking that service or buying that product, whatever it might be.
Exactly.
So,
and you do it. And just so you guys all know, you reply right to your Google My Business dashboard. So it's super easy.
Email. And that's another good thing, it's all interactive. So anything that happens, you get an email saying you've received a Google review.
Right.
And every week you get an email saying, you know, how many searches, you know, you showed up in, how many people clicked. You get this little, you know, review, and it even says, congratulations, so-and-so they make it so exciting. It's like, oh, yay.
I love it. So interesting. Just another kind of follow-up question for you. I'm full of follow-up questions today, but what is your best tactic? I know you said it's part of your offboarding process, but what's one of your best tactics for getting customers and clients to leave you a review?
One thing is to talk about it all the time. And so, especially during that offboarding process. So when you are, you know, it's leading up to, you know, those final steps of working with the client, you know, and I'm talking specifically as an online business owner, you know, just coaching them, and like in the emails that are going out, you know, now, you know, if you'd like to leave your review now, you can do so at such and such. When I'm on, you know, one of our last calls, I let them know, hey, by the way, I would love for you to leave me a review on Google My Business. You're going to get an email here in a day or two with the link, if you don't mind, or you can reply to this email. That's perfectly fine too. You know, that's the first option I give, but then I also say, you know, you can reply to this email. And, you know, I have a lot of them that would rather do that because it's now. I can do it right now. And so yeah, and that's just, you know, coaching them along that way, because it's so, I know how I am. I'm so busy. I'll see it in an email and be like, oh, I'm going to get back to that later. And if they didn't remind me by A, sending another email, or B, saying it to me again in another call, it would probably just go right over my head and I'd forget. So it's just constant coaching and letting them know what to expect. It's in my welcome packet. So when they are on board,
that's smart.
There in my welcome packet, you know, and if at any time you're ready to give your review, here's the link to my Google My Business listing to do so. And so it's touched on the whole, you know, the whole client journey. Now, if you have, like, I have several ongoing clients, you know, and so every couple of months, especially if they haven't left one, you know, that's the one thing, constant clients that you work with on an ongoing basis, you know, they're like, oh yeah, I'll do that later. And, you know, they get busy, we get busy. But so about every 3 months, I'll be like, hey, do you mind? I'll send out a quick email, say, hey, I'm updating some information, and realize, you know, you haven't had a chance to leave a review. If you don't mind, you can reply to this email or click this link, and you know, just kind of do something like that.
Oh, here's Michael. Yeah, I mean, perfect timing. I think that's just
and so
there's never too many.
Yes. And, you know, and on, you know, receipts, have a QR code or something like that on your receipts to leave a review, so that they can just scan it real quick. And so that's a quick way for people to be in their face all the time. And, you know, or even having up on your website, you know, hey, you know, or somewhere, you know, that your blog, you know, do you enjoy what you're reading, you know, because it doesn't always have to be service related. It could be how, you know, even for your guys' podcast, how much do you enjoy this podcast? Leave a review, and here's the link, you know, or here on the blog or YouTube video, whatever, you know, did you like this? Let us know.
We need to set up a Google My Business for the 15-ish minute coffee chat. Seriously. Or also we can get some Google reviews out there.
Yes, I will say this though. Anna might have actually set it up, but she doesn't know how she set it up. Because I got an email last week, and it says, Anna has set up your Google My Business account. And I was like, so I messaged her, whoa, you're on it, girl. I'm like, did you set up our Google My Business? She's like, I don't know. Did I? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I got an email that said you did. I said, good for you. Way to be on top of it.
You will have to explore that a little bit more, because I know I did not go do hours. Or, you know, I didn't do any. I didn't.
It's so simple, because you're just filling out these fields, you know, and then you got to wait for a verification code. And so it's so easy. And I've had the clients say that, I don't know if I have one. Let me go search. And they do, and like, oh yeah, I set that up 4 years ago and completely forgot all about it.
Yeah, we'll see what Anna did. We will for sure.
So I just have to say, like, I loved Michael's question. I think it's really important to let our listeners know that it's okay to ask multiple times for a review, and that I know as a consumer, I'm not off put if I get another email. Usually I get 2 to 3, and if I don't respond by then, it's because I didn't like the product. So they should probably be glad that I'm not leaving them a review in that sense. But if it's something that I appreciated or did like, I'll almost always go just drop in and, hey, this was great, just as expected, or whatever it is, you know, that there is there. The other thing I wanted to mention for people with actual products is I did get one where it was a QR code, and I thought that was so smart. It said, just, you know, scan this code to leave us a review. And then when it went in, it even gave you options for like auto-generated everything. I loved everything about this.
Yeah. Make it as easy as you can for the reviewer. Because sometimes they, you know, if it's too much, they'll leave in the middle of a review. I've done that. And but I know, you know, I just coming back. I mean, a review, you know, it's got both sides. I mean, it has two sides of a coin. You know what I mean? You have some negative Nancys that like to come on and say things that are not true about your business, and you can't control it. You can't delete reviews. Once they're there. You can report them, you know, if you know they're fake, but you know, just like with a grain of salt. But you know, a review is important for a business because it just kind of adds credibility to what you are doing, you know. So
and that's probably the most, besides your making sure your business hours and your contact information are correct. That is the second most important aspect of your Google My Business listing. So if you don't want to post consistently or once a week or whatever, just make sure you keep your contact and your contact information, your business hours, and you're replying to those reviews. Because number one, you need to catch those. Sometimes they're spammy ones that just they've never been there, and you can report those. You can turn those into Google and say this person was never a customer of mine or client of mine or whatever. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of a process, but they help. They try to help business owners, you know, hone in on those and get rid of them. You know, to reply right away and see that somebody had a dissatisfactory visit or experience and address it right away. And especially those that had a positive experience, you know, addressing those and thanking them. And it just, like you said, it shows how engaged you are with your client base or your customer base. And so, and especially if you have, like, Selena has such a funny sense of humor. She helps me with a client with our content, and her and Clay have such a quirky sense of humor, and I love it. And so, you know, I could see her replying to reviews with just this, you know, quirky sense of humor that she has, you know, and making other clients giggle and be like, oh yes, I love her. I've got to contact her.
Oh, Stacey.
That's a good point.
That I did not get that trait.
It's such a good point that your reviews can demonstrate your personality. It's another way of showing your authenticity to your customers and clients out there. And especially if you're a small business or an online business, right? It's just like that other way that you can do that. That's
And I just wanted one last thing about what I liked about Google My Business is, like, you know, obviously we're in the year of COVID. And what I liked is that it did actually help you with any COVID messaging, or if it, you know, and they added things that said maybe temporarily closed because of COVID when that wasn't an option before. So that way you didn't have to close your account or whatnot. And for one of my clients, we did have to put that COVID messaging. So I just like how they're working kind of with, you know, businesses and making sure that the information is correct, but they're giving you the right tools to do that, right? So okay, before we move into the where you can find Stacey, I wanted to show you guys again real fast how to get her freebie and how easy it's going to be. So the link I'm going to pop here, and then I'm actually going to share my screen so you know what that looks like when you land on her page. It's going to be, oh yeah, let's do this. Okay. All right. So you're going to land right there.
Look, there's Stacey. You almost have the exact same background even. There's no way anyone can miss you.
You cannot. But see right where my pointer is? It's right there. You click that button and you do all the things, you fill it out, and then you're going to get, hold on, let me go. And then, pachow! Hi, look how pretty this is. Why would you not want it? So go get it.
Well, and while we're on that other list, I saw a couple other freebies on there. So feel free to sample the freebies of Stacey's.
Yeah. So, and also, just as a digital marketing strategist, if you are using if you are using Linktree for your Instagram bio link, honey, don't.
Yes.
This is on my website. And so you can create a hidden page on your website. And you can lay it out just like a Linktree, because that's what everybody's gotten accustomed to seeing when they click that link in your bio. You can create it, and then you have control. You're getting those click-through rates. So definitely, ditch Linktree,
100%.
create the page on your website, and start benefiting from them visiting your site. And that's just a little plug for
100%.
Yes,
100%.
So while we're on that topic, Stacey, tell us where everyone can find you. All the places.
All the places. So I'm on Instagram, and you can search at Stacey's VA Services. That's kind of my tag on just about all of them, except LinkedIn. LinkedIn, it is Stacey Hooker. I'm on Facebook. I have the Facebook group, the Simplify Your Digital Marketing there on Facebook, that I would love for you guys to join me. I share digital marketing tips. And then also I'm a HoneyBook educator, and HoneyBook is a CRM that helps you automate your business processes. So automate that onboarding, ladies and gentlemen. It's so much easier. And so I share HoneyBook tips in my Facebook group as well, and how to maximize your time online by automating all those processes. So I'd love to have you join me. The group is broken down into units. So all the past trainings I've done, you click on units and they're all broken down. So if you need training specifically on Google My Business, you go to that unit, find it, and you can go through all those posts. You want to know how to simplify your digital marketing strategy? Boom, there's a unit for it.
I'm so excited. I've been keeping you a little bit of a secret, and she's going to be in trouble after this, because I didn't even know you had a Facebook group until today. So now I'm going to have to go join your Facebook group.
Oh, yes, please do.
Oh, my God. We'll have a talk after this, Larson.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
So, all right. So, yes. So, I'm just going to say it again. I'm sending it out to the universe. I am setting up Google My Business it takes 7 to 10 days for that pin, but I'm setting it up this week. Okay. I'm going to start that process, because it's so important for all that searchability and letting your clients know you're there, claiming your space, and just another way to let people know, improving your SEO rankings. I mean, if you're not getting found, there's a reason. And this is one of those things that's going to help you fix that problem.
Right. Most definitely.
Hey, Stacey, next Monday when we have our next guests, who are amazing, I'm going to call Anna out and ask her.
Definitely. Well, I was going to
where are you?
Let me know if you have any questions along the way.
I will.
I'm just an email or a private message away. So
I appreciate that, Stacey. I will for sure. I have your download, and really, it does look like it's very self-explanatory, very easy. But people get confused because of all the different Google products out there, and they mix up what's what and what they're supposed to do where and how many times they're supposed to do it. But this one, I think I can do it. But if I have questions, I will ask.
And I want to share one tip. So if you use Gmail as your main source, and when you're in your Gmail, and if you notice in the right corner, there's like where all your apps are, like the what is it, 9 squares?
Yeah, 9 squares.
And in the 9 squares, when you click on it, Google My Business is one of the apps that you can do a very quick, as long as your, it's your particular email that's associated with the Google My Business, and it goes right to your dashboard, to your Google My Business dashboard. I mean, there's no reason not to do it, right, Stacey?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so easy, and you're repurposing that content. So if you are putting out promotional content on social media already, you already have your content ready for your Google My Business.
Yes.
So there's no reason
Absolutely.
to think, don't overthink it. It's super simple. It takes maybe 15 to 30 minutes a week of just copying. I mean, not even that. I mean, honestly, because you're depending on how many posts you want to share. But yeah, it takes no time at all. You can crop your photos right there in the Google My Business listing post section. At first I was creating additional graphics that like were perfect Google My Business size. Not anymore.
I don't have time for that, Stacey.
I don't have time.
Right, you heard it from an expert.
It still looks good.
Yeah,
That is an appropriate shortcut. You've heard it from the expert now.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Hey, you guys, we have hit our hour. And we're trying to stick to it. Stacey, did we not tell you that it was going to go by fast?
Yes, I can't believe the hour's already up. You guys are so much fun. And like I said, when you and I were talking backstage, I'm a long time watcher, first time caller, first time what?
Wait, long time listener, first time guest? I think that's how you had said it. Yeah.
Yes. So I thank you guys for having me on here. This has been so much fun. And if anybody has any specific questions about Google My Business listings, find me in the links in the comments and get a hold of me. Don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help however I can. So
yes, grab her checklist. Start there, and then you'll know how to find her after that. So Anna, tell us about next week. Who's coming on? What's the dealio?
So next week, you guys might remember that maybe a month and a half ago, Selena and I started this like just random live in the middle of the day because we both listened to a podcast by Leslie and Brittany with Mill Spouse Coffee House. And they had been talking about just putting things out in the universe. Now, I already put out in the universe today, I'm doing Google My Business. But a month and a half ago, we put out in the universe, we want Leslie and Brittany to be on our show. Right. Them that just Leslie and Brittany are coming on the show.
Yay! First time we'd ever done an invite like that, right, Anna?
Yes. Now, I do want to just make mention that next week's show is going to be at 12 o'clock p.m. Central. So we had to change the time a little bit to accommodate the ladies. They are busy. They got a lot going on. They got lots of stuff that they're doing, but they're super fun and fun to listen to. And they're great. They've been doing a podcast for quite a while now. They're profesh at it. We're not even sure of the topic we're going to choose with them yet because there's so many options.
We're like the older version of them. We're the old. I joke that like we're the older version of them. Like
so they're in their 20s and we're in our 40s or something like that.
Something like that, right?
I'm so excited to watch. That sounds so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, once again, before we sign off, Stacey, thank you so much for your time.
So much.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
And again, please, leave a comment for Stacey. Go claim your space, like our topic says today. There's no reason why not to. So, have a good day, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.